Hi, this is Mike, and today we're going to learn how to install the RM5 IO16 board on an already installed RM510 unit. Let's get started. We're going to install the RM5 IO16 on an already installed RM510 unit. The first thing we're going to have to do is uninstall the wires that are already installed on the RM510 unit. As you can see here, the volts and amps are already hooked up, as well as a pipe to soil. We're also going to hook up a anode box to our RM5 IO16 unit, as you can see from this picture here. We're also going to hook up the wires from the RM510 unit to the IO16 board. We're going to hook it up to the right-hand side of this board. We're going to hook up the wires in order, starting from the top for channel 4, then channel 3, channel 2, and then channel 1. Once you have all your wires hooked up, you're going to move on to hooking up the channels from your rectifier and your anode box to the IO16 board. Let's go ahead and walk through the channels. Your channels start in the lower left with channels 1 and 2 and following all through channel 8 on the bottom. Then start with channel 9 and 10 on the upper half with 9 in the far right all the way through 16 on the far left. Now let's activate the RM IO16 board using Bullhorn Field Pro. The first thing we're going to need to do is swipe the RM510 with a magnet to activate the Bluetooth so that we can communicate to the unit with Bullhorn Field Pro. Once you see the light solid blue, you are connected up to Bullhorn Field Pro. Now let's take a look what the screen should look like in Bullhorn Field Pro. After you open up Bullhorn Field Pro, you will see this screen here, which will allow you to search for RMUs that you have activated with Bluetooth. Select Search by RMUs. The next screen you will see will be the search screen that shows you any active units that have been swiped with a magnet. Select the unit that you are looking for. This screen is the information screen. This is the basic information on the unit that you have selected. What you need to do next is go to the upper left-hand corner and select the hamburger menu. This screen will allow you to navigate through Bullhorn Field Pro. Select Channel Settings. You will see this screen next. This will show you the channels that are on the RM510, and you will notice up under Channel Settings, you will see the RM5 IO16 Enable. It is grayed out on the right-hand side. There are several reasons you may not see this. One, you do not have the right firmware on your RM510. Two, you may not have the right version of Bullhorn Field Pro. Swipe the slider bar over to the right to activate your RM5 IO16. You'll see a screen here that's asking you if you've installed your IO16. Select Yes if you've installed it, and No if you have not. We're going to go ahead and select Yes. This next pop-up is to let you know that interruption will be disabled when you activate your IO16. This is not a permanent disable. This is just turning it off if it is active on your current RM510. Once you've configured your RM5 IO16, you can go back and re-enable interruption if needed. Select Enabled. This is what your screen will look like next. You will see the first 3 are showing some blue. That means those 3 channels that have already been activated on your RM510. To activate any of your other channels, just select the arrow to the right. You will notice we're only seeing 12 channels here. You'll just need to go ahead and slide down if you're needing to get to 14 through 16. Now let's go ahead and select our arrow. Now we can configure our channel if needed. Then we can select Update. This screen shows what it will look like if you enabled all your channels. You do not have to enable all the channels. We just suggest that you do them in order, such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then don't skip up to 10 and 11. Just keep them in order. Now you'll want to select the hamburger menu in the top of the screen so that you can send a test message. This has changed from how it has worked in the past. When you select test message on a new iOS 16, it's only going to send in readings that it has already collected. Some of those readings may not show up as it has not collected those readings as of yet. On the new iOS 16, the very first set of readings may take up to 20 minutes to collect all the readings on the iOS 16, even if you are not activating all the channels. If you have already previously installed the iOS 16 and send a test message, it's going to take the last good readings that it's taken over the last 16 minutes. If you send a read on demand from Bullhorn Web, it's going to take the readings it's taken over the last 16 minutes and send those in. It's not going to take a new set of readings and send those in. If you send a test message before it's had the full 20 minutes to collect readings after the install, you will see something like this from Bullhorn Web. Some of the channels may show zeros, and that will be set as invalid. Only the channels that have completed their reads will post on Bullhorn Web. This concludes our video. Thank you. Visit our website for more helpful how-to videos.